so hard. I think Graham was always going to be so much stronger than I am, and I was hopefully going to have a little bit more legs in that last 600. And I was really hurting through maybe like 8 laps to go, which is so far. And I decided, I wanted to go early, but I just couldn't. So, I think running 400 miles back to back is a lot harder than people think, or I thought anyway. And I'm so glad I was able to come off, but not only the win, but getting that record.
How's it feel to be a world record holder?
Doesn't sink in, but I think that's the level of athlete that I've become. I had to kind of roll with the punches throughout the start of my career and be good but not world class, and then be world class and not world champion, and now I'm world champion and I'm having fun with it, and creating big goals and get myself out the door to prove that I'm not all talk. And hopefully it's been exciting for you guys for the last couple of months, but it's been a bit more nerve-wracking for me than anything else, just because calling your shot that far out is a little bit more difficult than I thought it would be, but I wanted to create hype for the race and get a really good field in there, and then we could go after something fast.
It was a pretty serious negative split out there. Do you think you can target that 7:54 mark outdoors?
I think I'm done with the 2 mile for a little bit, but it's a great question. 7:54 is insanely fast, and I knew if I went out slow enough that we could close pretty hard. So that was the plan today, and we were able to do that. But yeah, 7:54 that's a whole different world.
Did you expect Braun to lead it going in? Did you think you might be having to lead it?
I didn't expect him to, and I didn't really care either way. I kind of in my head was thinking I was going to lead for the last 7 laps or so, but he got out a little bit better than I did, and I was like, you know what? Like in that first 5 steps, I was like, if you want to take it, then that's fine with me. And it would have meant I would have pushed forward and go in front of him, and that didn't seem like a smart decision for me. But I didn't speak to Grant beforehand, and maybe that was his plan. I'm not too sure.
What does this mean for Glasgow?
I need a couple of days to make that decision, but I think I've shown that I'm in great shape, and I'm in great shape, and my legs hold up, and why not?
How does it feel to have 2 British runners, you and Laura, take home the titles of the 2 mile today?
Did she win today?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I thought she got beaten.
Winner got DQ'd.
Yeah, having a DQ.
Oh, goodness me. Well, that's fantastic. It's not fantastic for her, but great for Scottish athletics, British athletics. I think we've shown in New York we're pretty dominant. So, if that's fit that for here, we love winning big races. So, yeah, it's good.
Making the pass, I guess. How'd you time it? I guess.
I kept telling myself, be patient, be patient. I went a bit early against Ollie a couple of years ago, and I learned my lesson for that. And so I was trying to go maybe a little bit earlier. I really didn't think I was going to get to the line, so I just had to have confidence. It's my first race of the season, the first race of the year, so maybe I'm not as confident as I could be. But so I waited maybe an extra 200 meters than I was thinking about.
You feel like you race indoor races differently than outdoor? Like, does it just suit your?
It's smaller fields, so maybe I'm racing less like a condensed, really good fields. But for me, I just go out there and race. Like indoors is, a total different monster, and you got to lead more a little bit. You have to front run a little bit more if you want to try and win races. And I was just so lucky today. I give a lot to Grant for doing all that work, and he came away with the American record. So I think we're both pretty happy.
Did you design the kit, or did they have any
So
input?
they took a lot from my Scottish roots and from Edinburgh AC. So my Edinburgh vest has this black and then white up here, but they went black and gold, and then they worked with some of the Scottish elements and brick elements, and this is exactly the colour of the inside of Arthur's seat. If that makes any difference to you guys, it makes a hell of a lot of difference to me. So they put a lot of time and effort into these and make me feel special, and they're here today. Some of the people that designed it, and I want to put on a show for them because they've worked very hard for me. So yeah, it's been a great process.
You mentioned that you wanted to come out here and back up a lot of the talk, and it seems like you've pretty sufficiently done that. Now do you think you can give even more talk going into the outdoor season?
Look, I think I had a lot of fun through the winter, but to be honest, I think it's mostly journalists' questions and having hours and hours on end of interviews that make those small quotes of anything come out of frustration. And you can see it with Weinman. Weinman came out with a quote recently that's reasonably uncharacteristic of him. And I think it's probably because he sat in an interview for an hour and was reasonably frustrated. So look, I mean, you're going to sit in that long of an interview, you're going to find some tidbits along the way. And look, I'm not here to make best friends forever. I'm here to be a dominant runner, and you know, if that annoys some people along the way, that's completely fine with me, but it's just my personality, and I'm just going to keep backing up what I think I can do, and hopefully that makes it enjoyable for you guys to watch, and hopefully that means sponsors enjoy paying me lots of money. So that's the big thing.
Becoming world champion comes with a lot more attention and obligations. Has that been stressful for you, and how have you dealt with that?
It's a whole new world. I had to bring on about 4 or 5 new employees this year just to help out with workload and making sure I can focus on training and racing and sleeping and getting the travel right and small 1% along the way. So for me, yeah, it has changed a lot, but what that means is instead of sitting having amazing holidays, we're using that money to go to first class tickets to wherever in the world. I use it for employees to make sure I can run as fast as possible. So yeah, it's been a cool process, but yeah, a lot of stress comes with it.
4 to 5 employees. Walk me through. What are their jobs? What do they do?
Again, I have my chef, obviously. I have an operations lead, which books everything from interviews to travel to restaurants to everything in between, so that I can just focus on sleeping and eating and things like that. She'll do everything for my family when they're here, and plane tickets, everything is under her responsibility. I have someone that helps me with my Instagram, and she's fantastic. I want to make it authentic, so that she just pretty much boots me up the arse and make sure I'm posting enough, and hopefully it's authentic content and the captions come from me, so it's definitely a little bit more fun. And then I have a PR team now that helps with creating opportunities and working with amazing brands. So there's a couple people over there, and yeah, it's a long process, but it's nice to keep everything in check and enjoy trying to be as good as I am at running and just investing in that. And if I make $1 million this year and I spend $1 million and I come away with Olympic gold, then I think that's money well spent.
How much does it cost? $1 million? Does it cost $1 million?
You never know. Yeah, listen, it costs a lot of money, a lot more money than you think. So a lot of these people are full time. So
you still took the subway up and no one recognized you.
Hey, listen, I got the shades on. I want to have the hat on, make sure I'm incognito. No, I mean, look, New York's a big place, and I just fit right in. So I'm not wearing any of my fluorescent Brooks gear that make me stick out. But we're just trying to run fast, man.
I did notice the Instagram page, and look, I was kind of confused. I thought it was a modeling page for a couple of minutes. Like, is that the authentic Josh Kerr? It's like
the authentic Josh Kerr is just being able to be a bit more confident in what I'm passionate about and having fun with it, and showing a bit of my personality. And I think with a little bit of backing from some people and some fun opportunities along the way, it's allowed me to post a little bit more, and I think a lot more running content is going to come out, so you guys have a bit more behind the scenes, and hopefully that keeps you guys interested in my story. But I'm just trying to be authentic to myself, and hopefully you guys are enjoying.
Hashtag Josh Kerr.
Congratulations.